Hey everybody, my name is Patrick and this is Rocky Mountain Style. I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. We're going to be discussing this shirt that I'm wearing right here, which is from Westhofen Works, which is in Zurich, Switzerland. This is the shirt 05. Currently on the website they have 6 shirt offerings, going from of course 01 to 06. The mixes between a more traditional flannel with sort of a brushed finish, up to and including a lot more Western type shirts and even some more eccentric stuff, if you will. But shirt 05, which I have here in the Ombre check Espresso bark, is a 6-ounce Japanese fabric made in Italy, of course designed in Switzerland there by the team at Westhofen Works, and is a non-brushed flannel. So really smooth both on the inside and outside, which I think is an interesting take. For a lot of us that like to wear flannels, we end up with pretty much everything brushed. And even though we have different colors and patterns, it ends up kind of feeling like you're always wearing the same shirt. So this one, at least in my opinion, is a little more elevated, maybe slightly less casual. With the right outfit, you get away with tucking it in even if you wanted, I think. But yeah, really cool fabric. There's going to be a section right after the intro here where I show some macro shots close up of the fabric so you can see the weave. I'm going to show a little bit of the stitching, talk about the buttons, the snaps, and some of the design choices. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing that kind of thing, please stick around. Wanted to thank Westhofen for tossing this my way for my review. They have not seen this video, of course. This is completely my opinions and my opinions alone. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we are going to do a close-up look here at the fabric and talk about the shirt a little more and some of its features. So first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is the fabric. So it's a Japanese woven flannel, 6 ounces, so fairly light if you're familiar with, flannels in general. I'd say most average flannels you buy are probably in the 6 to 7 range, but most of us crazy people like these big heavyweight flannels, that are more like 9, 10, 11, 12, or more ounces. So this is fairly light, something that you can wear year round easily. You don't have to worry about it being too hot really because this isn't gonna overheat you. It's not brushed on either side. So you can see here on the back, very smooth finish, and on the front, of course, a very smooth finish. Fantastic detail on the weaving. I think this is a really, really pretty ombre. I don't really love all ombre finishes I see, but I think this one's really good. The fact that they have the 2 shades of brown, I think, is what does it for me. Black into dark brown into light brown into white. I think it works really well. They call this Ombre check Espresso bark, I believe. So yeah, it's a nice fabric. Feels like it's going to hold up really well. It's smooth, so it's going to give you more of a, kind of more of an elevated feel rather than something that's super brushed, which is really going to feel very casual all the time. All right, so let's talk about the snaps, or the buttons, whatever you want to call them. So they are, you can see there, bell nap, I believe it says. And then if you look on the back, right there, YKK. So good snaps. They perform pretty well. They're kind of tall from the side. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there you go. Kind of tall, and then they're recessed a little bit, so they feel really nice when you're pushing them in, like that. The action. I'll see if I can do it here without being too awkward. There we go. Nice, easy action. All right, so some more of the basic stuff. So obviously this is a Western shirt. Your front sort of shoulder yoking there is very subtle. A nice smooth sort of parabolic line that goes into a straight line here, rather than, a more ornate, sort of Western pattern. Same with the pockets. Really, really subtle curve, rather than a big point, which I appreciate because I don't generally dress super Western, but I do like Western shirts like this that aren't over the top. So there is one piece of sort of what I'll call pizzazz on the back, which I think is pretty cool that I like. So let me get this shirt turned over here, spread back out. So you can see on the back of the collar, it's got this cool, it's got a cool point there. So that's sort of the, the most overt piece of Western styling on the shirt, which I think is cool. Otherwise, you can see, yeah, the back yoke also has just a really nice, subtle, curvature. It's not anything too absolutely crazy. All right, what else? I guess for the close-up, that's really it. I just wanted to sort of show some of these macro shots of the fabric, and you can see how cool the weave is, and the fact that it's nice and smooth. It's not brushed or anything. Made in Italy, of course. Designed in Zurich in Switzerland. I, of course, have a size medium, which you'll see it on me here in a second. All right, and then also real quick, actually, I've got the shirt turned inside out here. I wanted to show some close-ups of the stitching. So here is the sleeve. The sleeve being joined right here. So it's a double stitch. I guess two rows of single needle, looks like, there. I'm not really well versed on my stitching lingo, but you've got that there, and then going down the side where the panels are joined, you have sort of a dual chain stitch there, which will be nice and strong to hold everything together. From the outside, that's the inside of the yoke. From the outside, it's just a single stitch, I believe, or sorry, double. Single needle with 2 lines. There's no triple stitches I see anywhere, like you might see on some iron hearts or something like that. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So there's on the outside of the thing there. But really, I guess the main point I'm trying to get to here is everything seems really high quality. The stitching is really nicely done, really straight. And I haven't been able to find any issues really whatsoever. I mean, you're going to have like little tiny loose threads like that on any product. I don't think I've ever had any garment that hasn't had a loose stitch here and there. So yeah, okay, yep. All right, on to the modeling portion and size discussion. Okay, quick fit check here, and then we'll talk about sizing. Obviously, I have it unbuttoned right now. A lot of times I like to wear flannels like this just over a white t-shirt with some sort of pants and boots, paired here with just some blue chinos, and then these sort of burgundy, dark brown colored boots. But also, real easy to snap up here if you want to. You can do anything. Usually, I'll leave the bottom snap undone. Maybe leave 1 or 2 undone on the top, like here, for a more sort of casualized look. But so I'm wearing a medium, of course. So I'm 5'8½", 180 pounds, give or take, right now. And generally speaking, I wear a medium these days. This is a medium, so I'll go ahead and say they're true to size. You can see a little bit here. I'll try to show it here. So if I don't have the cuff, pulled up, and I just stand straight, you can see where it falls on my hand. So the sleeves are a little bit long, and the tails, honestly, until I washed and sort of gave a light dry for about 5 minutes in the dryer, I actually was able to pull the shirt up a little bit and shorten it maybe by about 1/2 inch. It was actually a little bit long. So I'd say this is probably designed for someone more in the 5'10", 5'10" to 6 foot range. If you're in that 180 to 185 pounds, or 5'10" to 6 foot, I think this is probably going to be perfect for you in size medium. 44-inch chest across. My chest is about 42, so 44 measured garment's about perfect, in size medium. But there you have it, guys. Really big fan of it. I really like how it fits, honestly. Now, they do say on the website, I'll note this, they do say on the website the shirts are pre-shrunk, or washed and pre-shrunk. But I was able to get it to shrink a little bit. But I was trying to get it to shrink just a slight bit so I could have it pulled up. So like I mentioned, I did a cold wash, and then I put it in the dryer for just 5 minutes on low, just a really short amount of time to give it a little bit of heat, And then while it was still a little bit wet, I put it on and wore it around for 20 or 30 minutes to make sure that the shoulders and the chest and everything turned out okay. And I think you probably agree with me. I think it turned out great. I think it fits me pretty much exactly how I want. Of course, the sleeves being slightly shorter would have been perfect, but as far as the chest and the body goes, I like it. So that's pretty much it. Okay, really quick in closing, I wanted to talk about the pricing and sort of the position in the marketplace. So here in the US, this is listed at $299 US, at least for this shirt. Some of their others are slightly cheaper, but call it high 200s. Obviously, fashion's one of those things where some people might think that's an insane amount to pay for a shirt. Other people like me, I've bought 3 or 4 Ironheart flannels in my life for over $300. Some people have probably paid over $500 for some of the special edition stuff from those Japanese brands. So given the quality that I see here and the feel, I feel like it's positioned correctly in the market. So high 200s is definitely the right price for something that's made with a premium Japanese fabric and made in a place like Italy that has a storied history of garment making. Garments, shoes, really, fashion in Italy is a big thing. So you're not overpaying for something made, in China or Indonesia or someplace like that. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with the products they make. Just when you're paying a premium price, you want it to be made in a premium location, which is the case here. So if you are in the neighborhood for something a little bit different than the established brands in the market, definitely check out Westhofen. I'm really happy with this particular shirt here, and so what would hurt giving them a try? If you're dropping $300 on a flannel, it makes sense to have a variety, right? So have a good day, guys. That's it. Thanks.